We've seen rumors about this before, about Warner Brothers and DC wanting to capitalize on the success of Joker and do other villain origin movies that are rated R. There's been rumors of Mr. Freeze one, a Clayface one. I've done videos on that. But now there's rumors of a Scarecrow movie. And this is a rumor coming from Giant Freaking Robot, which, they're kind of like 50-50. Sometimes their stuff turns out to be true, sometimes it doesn't. But let's just think about this as an idea. What if we did get an R-rated Scarecrow origin movie? I think this would be cool. Just like with the Clayface movie and like the Mr. Freeze movie that I was talking about before, there's a lot of potential here. A lot of these Batman villains really, like, they have a lot of potential and a lot of story that you can tell with these characters, but because they're Batman villains, they never really get their chance to shine. And, getting their own movie would really give them that opportunity, especially for Scarecrow, because, he's, a main Batman villain, but he's nowhere near the level of, Joker or Penguin or Riddler. So a lot of the time he is kind of sidelined, but he's a really cool character, and you could totally do a really cool origin movie about this character, especially if you do something similar to what they did on Gotham, which I'm not completely sure how similar it is to his story in the comics, but just basing it off of what I saw of this character on Gotham, which was a great adaptation of the character, you could really do a lot with this. You could really explore how Jonathan Crane, his whole life, he was bullied and he was abused and he was just obsessed with fear. And his father was a scientist, and it was just kind of to the point where he was so obsessed with fear that he wanted to cleanse the world of it and get rid of fear and kind of cure fear. But in that process of curing fear, he obviously had to face his own fear, which was a scarecrow, because growing up, there was a scarecrow out in his cornfield behind his house, and he was scared of that. So he had to face his fear, and to not be scared of the scarecrow anymore, he became the scarecrow. And in that process, he also realized that scarecrows, their whole point is to scare away crows and just scare and inflict fear. So he decided that instead of trying to cure fear, because that would be very hard to do, he instead needed to embrace it. And that is why he became the Scarecrow, and then he started creating the fear toxin and just spreading fear throughout Gotham City. And this would make for a great movie. I feel like this could be really cool. You could do a full-on horror movie with it. There's a lot of elements here that could really be cool. And like I said, you saw elements of this story on Gotham, and you could really expand on that story and turn that into a whole movie, because it is a really interesting story. And I would love to see something like this, because Scarecrow is one of my favorite Batman villains. And again, he doesn't really get that much attention because he is a great villain with a lot of potential, but he never really gets his chance to shine. And this would be a great opportunity to do it. Now, is it going to happen? I don't know, because again, we get rumors of this all the time, of getting a Lex Luthor movie, a Clayface movie, Mr. Freeze movie, a Deathstroke movie, a Two-Face movie. All of these would be great, and I think that they are great ideas, and I would love to see these happen, especially if they want to do them like Joker, where it's kind of an Elseworld story where it takes place in an alternate universe, and it doesn't even affect the main DCU storyline. It's just kind of just to do a good, solid movie about this character, and this would be great. The only question is, are they going to do that? And I don't think so, at least not anytime soon, but then again, we'll have to wait and see. So I would love to see this, but guys, of course, let me know down in the comments below, what do you think about this? Would you like to see a Joker-style movie about Scarecrow, exploring his origins and how Jonathan Crane took on the mantle of the Scarecrow? So, thanks so much for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and hit the subscribe button so I can keep up to date on everything that goes on in the DC life.